Round 1 Drift Masters here in Spain. We have kicked off with practice. Got one run with the lead and one run in the chase where we did a little bit distance so I could practice on the qualifying. There was some oil on the track. There was a cone in the middle of the track, so it wasn't the perfect practice run. So we are now doing some adjustments on the car for the next and reducing some toe in, stiffening up the car, a little bit higher tire pressure because we need to have a good qualification line, and that's the goal for today. Nail in a good qualification. Next practice is up in just a few minutes, so yeah, let's hope for a good day. Practice is done here in Spain. We are now ready for qualifications. The team is doing checks on the car. They feel much better on the track now. Got the line, so now we just hope to do a better. Let's hope for a good one. It's a tough level of driving, so let's just push all we have.
Love it. And we forgot about this man, Soarer. Soarer is a man that you can't forget about because out of nowhere he might just throw in a 100-point run. He's gone for a nice big initiation and he's got understeer. Dave just said we hadn't seen anyone with it, and you can see that car gliding across the circuit. Soarer held on to a little bit of understeer there, but he kept with it as the bonnet flaps around. He can barely hold on to the pace as he flicks it around that inner zone. Looks for the final outside zone now. Soarer on the throttle, puts the car right to the edge of the circuit, smokes out the crowd across the line, and Soarer back looking on form once again.
This man is he needs to win something big because he's been too entertaining and too good for too long to not have more trophies.
It's got to come soon.
Because every time I actually sat there, I couldn't even hear you anymore. I was just watching going, how is he this good all the time?
He's very good. He's very, very good. You know, he just has that misfortune. And for me, he's very good at qualifying and he's very good at battles. But the practice before top 32, he should be barred.
He shouldn't do it.
He should be
barred.
That's
where it all goes
I
wrong.
should take the keys off him and say, go sit down and have a cold drink.
Yeah, don't come out here. Look at the angle he's put. And this is a Soarer, by the way, Toyota Soarer, which is, let's just say, not the most popular chassis in drifting.
No.
Heavy car. Hard, and this is not a heavy one. He's taken a lot of the weight out. But what I'm saying is that, like, you know, it's an unusual chassis, big car, and he makes it look so nimble. Which I've never seen a Toyota Soarer driven like it's a smaller little car. But it's amazing, and I think he's going to be rewarded here for this. 87 on the board. Soarer goes into third place, well deserved. And look at that, 19 on angle out of a 20, 51 on line out of 60, right there up the top.
What a great day here in Spain Drift Masters. Day 1 is officially done. Qualified P5 with 87 points. Just went out of the qualifying showdown, which I really wanted to do, but P5 nonetheless is really good, so I'm quite happy. The level is very high, so now we're going to prepare the car for tomorrow, top 32 practice in the morning, and yeah, let's hope for a good day. We're going to meet Juha Rintanen for the top 32 battle, which is a good guy and good driver, but we'll do our best. So I'm just preparing some flags. The practice session is done. Felt pretty good. We didn't get that many runs as I hoped because there were some issues on the track. So, but it felt good. The ones I had. I actually got to run with Tormo Kia, and yeah, I pushed hard and got to his door and miscalculated the transition into out of zone 5, which gave me a little bit shallow line for the next part. So I just need to be aware of that in the battle with Juha. I know he is fast, so I need to be on his door from the start. And yeah, potentially he is one of the best in the series, so I just have to give it my all. But that's fun. I mean, if we win that battle, the rest is just show and fun. So I hope we can get a long way today and let this season be one to remember. And grab a flag. Yes. Nice to meet you. Thank you, thank you. Hold it like this for me so we don't get it through the others.
Okay.
This is your first Drift Masters?
Yes.
Nice. I hope you enjoy.
Great job.
Thank you. Opp igjen. Ja. Prøv den bare gjennom sånn. Og så ruller du den sammen sånn.
Ta deg initieringen som chaser. Skal du egentlig bare komme deg på døren. Hvordan du gjør det litt drithardig.
Ok.
Ja, bare du er på døren.
Fra
Fra hva?
hvor tid skal du være på døren?
Fra da. Og jeg sa jo det videre til deg. Så vil de egentlig ha deg på bakskjermen hele veien. Noenlunde på bakskjermen her også.
På bakskjermen, altså skal jeg ligge med fronten forbi bakskjermen, eller skal jeg ligge bak, sånn som jeg gjorde med
bak
Pia?
døren, egentlig. Og så ett minuspoeng her, og du var litt på curbsen akkurat i begynnelsen.
Ok.
Men det var bare ett minuspoeng liksom på det her.
Ok.
Ja.
Bak han, gjennom der.
Du må klare samme linje.
Ja, for jeg må klare å holde følge med han når han stikker av.
Ja.
At ikke jeg liksom tar
Det er
gir.
bedre at du girer tidligere og...
Altså at jeg allerede er på hjulspillet. It's a new track, new place. It's a difficult and technical track for everyone, but I figured it out and we qualified P5 yesterday, so I'm really happy. It's a good start and the team is checking the car now, getting it ready to meet Juha Rintanen in top 32. I feel ready, he's a good driver, but let's push hard.
Good luck out there, dude.
Thank you.
Go back to the line, Oran Nilsson to take on Juha Rintanen, and what a turn of tables, Dave. Oran Nilsson qualifying 5th, Juha Rintanen qualifying 28th after an engine change in practice.
Well, the first run of the track that Juha Rintanen did was his first qualifying run.
Yeah.
So he's had 2 laps practice in qualifying, and they got a little bit more this morning.
There's another guy that, you know, we've been saying for a long time now, it's time to shine, it's time to, you know, get the job done, but he's not got an easy competitor. A big initiation from Oran Nilsson. He fires that car and he's off throttle for a long time. Juha Rintanen deals with it though, finds the side of that big Toyota Soarer now, wavers and wonders in the background as Juha Rintanen waits for Oran Nilsson to get himself dialed, and Rintanen dived at the wrong point and put himself in an over-rotation. Oran Nilsson fires in to that final outside zone, lights up the tyres, and he'll come across the line and realise that Rintanen isn't there, and this one is one in the bag.
I'm trying to look through the order here, so we're getting towards halfway point in top 32. Has a favourite won any battle? I mean, Zalewski's probably the only one, but then on form last year, I would have said Reihard was the favourite, if you think about it, from a liability point. So everything you think is going to happen, the opposite is happening, which is strange. But anyway,
I want to see why Rintanen put himself in an over-rotation here. He went for a big dive. I think that was all it was. The momentum and the speed he was carrying just pushed the car way off. Look at this left foot braking as he goes for the door, backs out of it. You can see him working that steering wheel as well. You see the front of the car pop up. That's when he gives it a big clutch kick. Oran Nilsson, a little wander, a little waver there, but he's still kind of keeping in it, Dave. He's not left foot braking, he's on full throttle. Look at this, Rintanen goes for a big dive.
I don't think he goes for a dive, I think he just loses the car.
I think he goes for a little dive.
I think he just lost the back end of the car somehow. To me, it looked like he just transitioned and the car snapped like way faster than he thought it would. Very strange. It massively is, but now we're looking at it going, you know, some of the biggest names in the game are mid-pack qualifiers, like you are into making an unforced error. Let's see what happens in the second one. It's still all to play for Oren Nielsen as he fires in. Just got to keep it clean. Looks to me like Juha Rintanen is up and gone at this point, and maybe Nielsen trying to play it super safe here, but he doesn't want to straighten up or take too many errors here, because also he could knock himself out of competition. Rintanen with an absolute flyer of a lead run at the moment, but maybe Oren Nielsen doesn't need to be on a flyer. Oh, and an issue for Juha Rintanen. Looked like he stalled up a lot there. Very, very good move from Oren Nielsen to avoid contact there. It looked to me like Juha Rintanen just a little too heavy on the front and rear brakes to get into that corner, but no such major errors for Oren Nielsen. Did flirt a little bit with disaster, straightening up in the chase position towards inner zone 2, but looks to me like he's okay. But I mean, Oren Nielsen's car is not damaged, by the way, so that's a massive change of pace from him.
You mean he's all complete, still clean, no damage?
Every panel is still on the car. I've never seen it. Never seen at this stage of competition Oren Nielsen's car in less than 50 pieces. And I mean, Rintanen's very fast through the first corner. Like Nielsen has a wash there. Look, he's washed wide.
Yeah.
So he's made an error. And I think he was trying to be a little too cautious maybe, and just didn't come on the throttle as much as he wanted to. Rintanen, look at this line. Boom. Perfect.
What happens in this last outside zone?
I think he goes too fast. Watch, Rintanen goes through it. He's like, I'm going really fast, and then stalls a lot of handbrake and a lot of left foot brake, and then falls out of the zone. So Nielsen gets right up there again. But that is a mistake from Rintanen. I'm feeling like
it's going to be one of those days.
It's going to be one of those days where you're like, I have no idea who'll win this. So here we go. Let's see if the decision is the same as we think it will be, and it looks like it is. Oren Nielsen from Norway goes through to the top 16, and welcome to Upside Down Drift Masters from 2024. Alternate Drift Masters. Alternate Drift Masters.
Yeah.
We are now in the metaverse.
Don't even go there.
No?
No.
Too complicated?
Yeah, way too complicated. I don't even know what the metaverse is.
This is another.
So we just finished the top 32. We made it past Juha Rintanen. He made a mistake in the chase and spun out before turn 5, outer 5. I told Örjan to do a modest chase. He took that a bit too literally and lost him in the beginning, and he didn't catch him until the end, but it was enough for us to go through. So we're really happy and pumped for top 16 against Bossop.
From Adam Zalewski over the last year, he's looking pretty strong. We now move on to another man that's got all smiles and confidence. Oren Nielsen from Norway has put a mark on this sword this weekend. It's a miracle. He usually is one of the most, he's the punch bag usually at these events, and he goes up against David Spossop. And I will be honest, another two drivers looking very good. I would say the favorite here just from experience in the championship, but Spossop can upset the apple cart big time here as he chases in the Norwegian driver. Big flick from Oren Nielsen. Spossop takes a late lunge at Nielsen, and this is pretty clean again for both drivers through the first corner, making this track work. You see Nielsen pushing wide. It's a really good lead run from Oren Nielsen so far. As Spossop now has to start to make the move, and he does make the move. As Spossop now transitions, a little bit early, but it works for him as he goes wide again. This is really hard to tell if they're going to stay on the track. They do. Spossop has to dive to the inside of the track, and he gets there very late on the door. Very good lead run from Oren Nielsen, and definitely still in the fight for David Spossop.
Yeah, that lead line from Oren Nielsen was clinical, Dave. Just the way he positioned the car, everything about it, I enjoyed every second moment of that. And for me, Spossop, there was a big lunge across the circuit from one of the inside zones.
Gets caught a little bit by the pace, Oren Nielsen.
And this is the lunge. Watch this. He always accelerates at such a speed. Look, he's on the inside of the circuit and he goes boom, and then tries it again. Just tries to, out-initiate Oren Nielsen into that final outside zone. It doesn't work for him because it puts him on the inside edge of the circuit.
He's up against a flawless lead run of Oren Nielsen from Norway. He's got to be flawless himself.
He certainly has, Dave. Well, we wait for the light to go green, and here we go. Swapped him around. Lead and chase, ready to go. They get the thumbs up from both sides of the track. It will be David Spossop from Poland to lead in. Oren Nielsen from Norway through the chicane. Nice clean start from both those guys. And look at Oren Nielsen. He's right on the back bumper. He's not letting him escape. He knows he needs to be in the pocket, and he is. As they start to get into it now. David Spossop wide though, and they can see how that's affected Oren Nielsen. He's almost having to go straight for the outside zone, but now they start to work it back out again. Nielsen feels more comfortable. They get into it, and this is not a good lead from Spossop at the moment. As Oren Nielsen throws big angle on it on the transition, looks for the outside zone. Now Nielsen starts to climb up onto the door on the rear quarter. Oh, he put too much angle into it. Did he over-rotate?
I was just about to say He's pushing too hard towards the end, unnecessarily. Has he thrown it away? That's my question. Up until that point, that last 50 feet of that run, that's Oren Nielsen's all day, but now I don't know.
We need to see it from another angle. We need to see it from...
So here's what I saw, Ian. I would agree mostly with what you're saying. In fact, I agree with all of it.
Wow.
I know.
What a year.
Misses the inside zone. That puts everybody on the wrong line. Spossub's on the wrong line and Nielsen's on the wrong line. So the chase car, if the lead car misses that inside zone, stalls up as like a rolling burnout. So you can't get on the door because they're going straight. Spossub makes an error, hits the inside zone, and Nielsen gets back in it here. Nielsen takes too much of a risk from here. He fires in on big angle and transitions very late, leaving him very little time to slow down for that last corner. So he comes in like boom, he's on the door again. Now watch Spossub. He's very wide on the track. Nielsen starts to wash into the marbles, and we're going to know from this angle. He comes through. He's gonna. Oh, does he spin before the finish line? I think it is before the finish line. Listen, and Spossub, who's going through? David Spossub gets the win, and he's going to be absolutely over the moon with this. The highest he's ever climbed in Drift Masters in his first full season. He was a wild card a couple of times before, but he's no wild card now. He's very much part of the furniture here. And Spossub, top 8 at round 1. Nielsen drops out. Quickly over to you, David. It was those 2 wheels for Oren Nielsen, and pretty much an over-rotation at the end.
Yeah, basically we are having now another Norwegian who is putting 2 wheels off and losing the battle in the last meters of his run. Orion's lead was very, very nice. David's was not so clean. But anyways, the 2 wheels off incomplete mistake is just too big.
There you have it. So we've had some protests from Tormo Kavia and Oren Nielsen that can we forget that the track is 50 feet longer than it is.
Driftmaster Spain officially over. We ended up in P10 overall, which is not that bad, but I was hoping for a better result considering the P5 qualification yesterday. We had good pace, we had good day, but in the end I made a little mistake and was out of tires in the last corner. I should have kept more to the inside to keep on the track, but I washed wide and got off the track. So David got the win, happy for him, and we'll start preparing the car for Ireland, leaving on Monday, and we'll fly back home and get a few weeks off from the car. So yeah, happy with the weekend. Thanks to my sponsors and to my team for an amazing effort all weekend.